Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all, we're gonna come in and cover this story real quick. We're not gonna tear it too long in this video, but in the last video that I did, I had a couple people request that I do the video about the 3 guys who froze to death outside of their friend's house on his porch. In the backyard, on his porch, they froze to death, and he didn't know they were back there dead for 2 days. He actually was notified by police when they came to his house that his 3 friends had died. Now, this story is bizarre. It's very strange. It's a complete mystery right now how they died because toxicology reports haven't came back. And they're saying that the guy who was at the house, they're saying he's changed his stories 1 or 2 times, and it just doesn't make sense, you know, from the people that are around this case, especially the family. Now, I thought this was really interesting. One, I found it weird that the title everywhere is 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans and not just 3 men found dead, froze to death in the back of their friend's house. I find that real odd, considering the Kansas City Chiefs are in the playoffs, but I guess maybe they worded it that way because the last time they were seen, they went to a Kansas City Chiefs game, and 2 days later, they were found dead. The article goes on to say, a doctor says that it's plausible that the 3 Chiefs fans who tragically died in their friend's backyard on a freezing Kansas City night have been exposed to some kind of drug, contributing to their bizarre demise. It's one thing for a person to tragically end up in a snowdrift after leaving a bar. It's a completely different story for 3 people to end up dead sitting on somebody's back porch after a party. The fact that there's 3 individuals really heightens the curiosity and the tragedy of this case, and I think increases the likelihood that something more than moderate amounts of alcohol were at play here. So this is them hinting at drugs. Somehow they took some kind of drugs. All 3 of them, this is not confirmed yet, but in their mind they're thinking all 3 of them took some kind of mysterious drug and OD'd and froze to death on his porch. Now, it's not confirmed that they OD'd. It's not confirmed that they were on drugs. Nothing is confirmed currently. And this became news about a week ago.
Police in Missouri are trying to figure out what happened in a Kansas City backyard. Are you fascinated with the story?
This is a crazy story.
This is something weird. I don't know. 3 men were found dead in a backyard after gathering to watch a football game.
Good Day Wake Up anchor Dan Bowens has more on this mysterious case. And Dan, not only because the bodies were found there, but because someone was inside the house for a couple of days leading up to this,
for
right?
a couple of days, and he said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why those folks are in my backyard, but they are his friends. We do know that. This is a strange case we've been monitoring for a few days. And this morning, as the Kansas City Chiefs are preparing for their big AFC championship game, police in the city are investigating the mysterious deaths of 3 fans. The case now drawing national attention and a lot of scrutiny because there are plenty of questions. Now, here's how this all unfolded. About 2 weeks ago, those 3 fans gathered at the Kansas City home of their friend Jordan Willis on January 7th. This was the final game of the regular season and the last time they would be seen alive. A full 2 days after that game, David Harrington, Ricky Johnson, and Clayton McGreeny were found frozen to death in the backyard of their friend Jordan Willis's home. When police approached Mr. Willis about the bodies, he claimed to have no idea. When pressed, he said he recalled seeing them leave through the front door at around midnight and doesn't know why they ended up in his backyard. Willis told investigators he was sleeping all of Monday. He was sleeping, and he didn't check the backyard. The trio was found Tuesday, January 9th, after Clayton McGeeney's fiancée requested a welfare check. She says she texted Willis when McGeeney didn't return home, but Willis says he didn't receive any text messages at all. Questions there. Willis's lawyer says his client is distraught after the deaths of his own friends.
He slept most of the morning on Monday. He got up, and at some point he relocated to the bedroom. He got up on Tuesday morning. He works from home. He had no reason to go in the backyard.
And you can see why there are so many questions here, because these explanations are just not holding up with grieving family members who want answers that quite simply make more sense.
In the baffling case, Clayton McGinney, 36, David Harrington, 37, and Ricky Johnson, 38, were found dead and frozen solid in the backyard of their friend's Jordan Willis house on January 9th. I also find it really strange that it was 3 grown men They were 36, 37, and 38. That's 1, 2, 3 in age. So there's a bunch of threes here. And you get them being found on January 9th. I just find it weird. Maybe I'm reaching, but it's very odd that their ages are in 1, 2, 3. And they were found January 9th, 2 days after the group had supposedly left after watching a Kansas City Chiefs game on January 7th. I'm gonna assume they died on Sunday night. They were frozen and dead for 2 days. That also hints that this is very strange. We know a lot of people are sacrificed and a lot of rituals are done on Sundays. Now, I'm not completely saying that that's what this case is, but so far reading into this article is very strange. And this is the last photo of the 3 guys together. And you got on the left and the right 2 guys wearing the number 15 Patrick Mahomes jersey. And this is all 3 of the guys that are dead. Now, you never know what people do in their spare time, but these guys don't really look like they do drugs that would kill them the way that they're thinking they might have died. Trust me, you never know what people are into, but they don't give that look of druggies. You know what I'm saying? They just don't give that look, okay? So when police arrived, Willis reportedly answered with a wine glass in his hand and claimed he had no idea his friends were dead in his backyard. Willis' attorney said his client had been sleeping near a loud fan and wearing noise-canceling headphones for 2 days as his friend's family frantically tried to reach him and locate them. Now it's getting a little silly. So he was sleeping near a loud fan and wearing noise-canceling headphones for 2 whole days. Supposedly he slept the whole Saturday or whichever day it was. Supposedly he slept the entire day. And so this is how he didn't see anything, any calls or text messages or anything. A loud fan and noise-canceling headphones. I don't care what kind of noise-canceling headphones you got. You're going to hear what's going on around you. That sounds crazy. Now, y'all know another thing I immediately thought of when I saw this case? It made me think of this show, True Detective Night Country, with Jodie Foster and that boxer chick. I don't know, Kaylee Reese, something however you say her name. It made me think of this because guess what? This show dropped a week ago when the whole Kansas City, Chiefs fans thing became news. The latest article was a week ago. This show dropped just about a week ago. It's January 15th on a Sunday as well. And guess what? In the beginning of this show, it's about a couple of scientists go missing and then they find the scientists frozen to death. But I promise you, this was the first thing I thought of when I saw that. And it coincides because it came out as far as it happening in the media at the same time that this show dropped. And it doesn't mean that, the two are connected. But like I said, it was the first thing I thought about when I read the headline about these Chiefs fans being found froze to death. It was the first thing I thought of. I'm pretty sure more questions are going to be answered when the toxicology reports come back, or it'll do the opposite and it'll raise more questions because we just never know. And y'all know at the end of the day, this stuff is weird. The way it's being covered in the media, this might not even be real. Some of this stuff just doesn't feel right. And we all know that, a lot of this stuff be fake news. It be rituals. It's energy harvesting. Some of this stuff just seems a little made up sometimes. It seems a part of a script. Seems like a movie almost. So we always got to factor that point in. But yeah, y'all know this video was short, man. There's just not much more to go on as far as this case. Yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And we're going to be right back with another video, I think on Saturday. So with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon.